All right, folks. If you can hear my voice, congratulations. You're gay. Welcome to Working Crass Podcast, our 100th episode celebration. Bow, 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 bow.
All the viewers are gay.
Everyone is gay now. Bow, 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 bow. Everybody's gay now. Bow, bow. Anyway, thanks for joining. We're very, very excited to have you all. And thanks for those of you who are already in the chat sending us messages. We really appreciate it. We're going to have a really fun time, are we not?
Hell yeah.
100 episodes. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good. I feel like at 100 episodes, I always said I'm going to start dressing like Doug Stanhope, and I have.
And she has. This is my wife, Lauren, everybody.
Hello.
And I am Joshua. And for 100 episodes now, we have been Working Crass Podcast. Lauren decided to transition into a man today.
Yeah, baby.
And I decided to come out as gay today. What better day? Well, we're very excited to celebrate our 100th episode. We have a lot of special surprises, a lot of guests, some sketch stuff and everything. So we're really, really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And we're done after this. I mean, this is the end of the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, I think I have a kidney infection, so I believe this is my last episode.
All night long, she was going, I don't know if I could do it. I'm having the worst pain in my kidney in my back, and
I think I'm passing a stone.
I might have gas. I don't know.
God, I don't think I could ever do the podcast again with so much gas.
100 episodes, more like 100 kidney stones.
Oh.
Every time I do an episode, I get a kidney stone.
That is true. That is true.
But we did say when we started the podcast that what our goal was to do 100 of these, see how it goes, and then take a little break.
And then farewell, sweet world.
So
It's been nice knowing you.
Like I've said before, you may very well be watching the very last episode of Working Crass Podcast as it's happening live, okay? Yeah. Forget the fact that we already have a scheduled guest for another episode next week, and we're going to record it and put it out.
Yeah.
Forget about that. This might be the last one ever.
Yeah.
So you're really, really in luck tonight. We have a lot of fun things. So to get started, the first thing I want to let everybody know is that we have a live chat here. Because this episode is live, it is actually happening right now. If you're watching this right now, I'm doing this right now at the same time that you're watching it. That's very different from any other episode that we have, and that's why I want to tell you about the live chat, okay? You have a live chat there in YouTube. If you're watching this, send us a message if you have something nice to say. If you have something mean to say, go ahead and send it anyway. I'll throw it up on this. Just like this. I love that Stoner99. He says, wait, I'm gay. So that's great. That's a great example of a great comment that we can display here on the screen and react to it throughout the episode. Yeah. So I will be checking in with the live chat throughout the episode today. This wouldn't be an episode of Working Crass if we didn't bring on a couple wonderful guests. Now, I do want to say some of the last episodes that we had, we talked about COVID a little bit. Okay, there was a couple times that we brought up COVID. We even had an episode that was called "COVID Was a Vibe."
Yeah, I mean it is.
We talked in our last episode about vaccine requirements and. Here's the thing, guys. I want this stream to go and to happen, but it's very likely it gets cut off of YouTube at any point here. And that's why we want to kind of protect ourselves. We have brought a professional in. Many of you know that Working Crass has a producer. His name is Homer. But Working Crass also has a resident doctor.
Yeah, we're connected to the WHO.
We got in touch with the WHO themselves. The WHO, who it's what they're called. And we asked them to send a doctor over. Turns out that we actually know this guy already. He is our producer, but he's also our resident doctor. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy to announce that throughout the entire episode today, we will be fact-checking everything we say. We will be getting medical advice, the correct medical advice, might I add, so that we don't get kicked off of YouTube, by our resident doctor, Dr. Homer. Yeah. All right, buddy. You got to go in the other way, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, you just pulled. It looks like your mic was unplugged. Plug it. Oh, shit, dude.
God damn it. God damn it. The one time we bring you on, Doc. Gotta unplug all the mics.
Oh man, hold on.
Gotta
It's
unplug.
muted right now. There's no sound coming through. I think it's this one. Test. It doesn't show anything coming through there. Hello, test. Hello, test. Fuck. All right, let's try this. I think we're coming through now. I hope I'm right about that. He just completely knocked the sound out. Yeah, it's not showing me that anything's going through.
That's good.
Shit.
That's good.
I don't know. I don't know if anything's going through or not. I don't know. I think you pulled on the... Oh, fuck, my headphones. This is going horribly so far.
This is what happens when you get the Who involved.
That's Stoner99. You're telling us you can hear us. Is that correct? And please let us know. Thank you, Nate. Thanks for letting us know that you can hear us. Thanks a lot, Byron. That was fantastic. I'm sorry.
Byron, that was Homer.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Homer.
Dr. Homer. Home of the Homers.
Okay, I'm glad that you guys can hear us. Thanks for letting us know. That's why we have a live chat today. You guys can let us know that you hear us. Hey, I just want to ask, though, does it sound like it's coming through our microphones like it was before, or does it sound like shit now? I think we got a yes. I'm hoping that's the case.
Doctor, can we get a diagnosis? Do we sound like shit?
Yeah. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. When you sound like crap, that means that your bacterials are coming through your mouth.
Oh, really? When you sound like crap, that means bacteria is coming through your mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Great.
It looks like it sounds the same to everyone, so that's good. We got off to a rocky start here. But you know what? I think he kind of planned to do that. That is 100% a Dr. Homer thing if I've ever seen one.
I didn't plan anything. I was just trying to come in the convenient way over to my seat. That's convenience.
Well, welcome to the show, Dr. Homer. Thanks for joining us. We are going to be checking in with you for medical advice throughout the episode today.
Absolutely, and I got my credentials.
You have your credentials.
You got the credentials?
Oh, his passport. Wow. Oh, you're going to show your passport on the camera. That's interesting. That's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
You look to check if it's a blank page or not. Now, this is a great question that we've been asked in the chat here, Dr. Homer. Robert Ibarra asks, where do we send the bill for assisting with diagnostics?
Is that a question for me?
Yeah, of course it is. Well, we got to know where to send the bill for it.
You send it to the U.S. Gov Medicare. The Obamacare website.
Go to Obamacare.com.
Obamacare.medicare.homer.com//.com.
Yeah.
That's where you send the bills.
Yeah.
Not the Buffalo Bills, by the way.
Just to be clear. Yeah. Now, Dr. Homer, I understand that you are a big fan of Working Crass podcast. You've seen every episode.
Yep.
Now, is there any kind of medical advice that you think, because we've said a lot of things on this podcast, some of them might be wrong or YouTube has flagged us many times saying that we've given incorrect information about COVID and COVID vaccines. What is your opinion on all of that?
On YouTube?
No, on YouTube giving us feedback that we're giving incorrect information about COVID vaccines.
Well, YouTube was started by an alien named Roger.
YouTube was started by an alien.
So I don't really believe what they have to say about things, because when they try and say when they try and say it's misinformation, then they're not really being truthful about it. So what I think is a vaccine is really just it's really just something you put in your body and makes you better.
Wow. Now, I'm a little hesitant here because I really don't want us to get taken down from YouTube. So something else that I did here, I do have a team of fact checkers here, and they are working to fact check us in real time. And it looks like they just checked everything that Dr. Homer has told us.
Vaccines are real.
And he says it's true.
They are real.
Fact check true. Fact check true.
Yep. Wow. The COVID vaccine came from an alien is what you said?
Yep. An alien named Roger.
An alien named Roger.
Who started YouTube, and a vaccine can be anything that you put in your body that makes you feel good.
And it's water.
It says true right here.
It's true.
So
yeah.
I guess
And if
fact
it's on-
checking done.
If it's on the internet and it says it's true, it is.
Yeah,
Would you concur with that, Dr. Homer?
I would concur.
And fact checkers?
True.
True.
Wow, damn.
They're fast, man. They're fast. They must have some rabbits back there working it. Because they're really fast about it. Click clacking away.
we don't employ any rabbits here at Working Crass Podcast, but we do have another guest here. This guest is actually the most frequent guest on Working Crass Podcast outside of our friend Byron. I don't know.
I don't know. Just some guy.
He's just this guy that shows up on the podcast sometimes.
Don't worry about it.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very happy to welcome you, or to welcome to the podcast, Luke Mungo. And Luke is going to be very professional here. He is not going to step on wires and pull them out of the computer so that then this sound goes away. Although that was probably pretty funny. I would, on the viewer's perspective, watching him walk in front of the camera and all the sound goes away was probably pretty funny.
I think it was good.
Entrance route.
Yeah.
Welcome, Luke.
Welcome
to our 100th episode.
Yeah.
And thanks for being here.
Hey.
And Luke, little surprise towards the end of the episode. So stick around. Luke is gonna perform for us. Thanks, Robert, for letting us know that you chuckled for sure at our classic bit, cutting the audio out. Homer says, "Nate, thank you."
That's one of my favorite bits. I gotta say,
one of my favorite bits, ruining the podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
I just like messing things up.
Well, because when I mess it up, I get to fix it.
You did not fix it.
I get to be a part of the
You did not
solution.
fix
I
it.
did indeed.
Let me just clarify here, okay? When you pulled the audio out, your solution was
Well, yeah, I was trying to get people coming in.
thanks for joining, Mark. Mark says, sorry I joined late. I was hacking the audio system with Homer.
Yeah, that's my resident.
Oh, man.
That's my intern.
Well, we are happy to have you all here, and we're going to have a really, really fun show.
Yeah.
We have so much to talk about, and I think our first segment here is... Oh, wait, what is happening? Okay, there we go. Sweet.
Good. I'm glad all the guests have touched the.
Yeah, I'm glad the guests
equipment.
feel very comfortable
Yeah, we could just
touching
touch
the
it. We could
equipment
just
while we
jam.
go,
That's
making
good,
sure everything.
That's good.
Where's the mouse at?
Do not touch the mouse, Dr. Homer.
What is
this is a
Leaf's-
mess.
what's
This is a
Leaf's
goddamn
studio?
mess. Can we have a normal episode? Let's have a normal
Did
episode.
you click
please.
having issues?
No, I'm not having issues.
That might be a good idea. YouTube's just asking, like, emotionally if we're having issues on this podcast live show.
YouTube can actually detect when our guests are giving us a bunch of fucking issues. Are you having issues? Well, we are very, very excited to get this show rolling. And to get started, we figured, hey, why treat this any differently than any other episode of Working Crass Podcast? We have
Exactly.
stories that we could pull up and react to. And so this is our first one. Lauren, you brought this one to my attention with an article, but turns out that they turned this into a documentary movie, and I want us all to kind of react to it and see what we think. So this is a historical documentary. Anybody likes history here?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
What's your favorite historical moment, Dr. Homer?
Probably when we ain't go to the moon.
When we ain't go to the moon?
Yeah.
We ain't go
Your
to the
favorite
moon.
moment in history is when we didn't go to the moon.
It was a pretty big achievement
It was a big achievement to not
Yeah.
go to
to
the moon.
fake it.
Yeah, the soundstage they had to build. I mean,
Pretty incredible stuff.
Fact checkers, can you fact check that we did not go to the moon?
true.
Wow.
Fact check
They're
true.
really fast.
I got those rabbits trained, man. If you want to fact check the rabbits, you say, do we have rabbits working the fact checker?
That Stoner 99, you say you're having issues. What kind of issues are you having? Let us know, okay? Maybe Dr. Homer
I
can
could
fix those
prescribe
issues.
something for it. I could prescribe it.
I really hope all of the audio and everything did not go out. I think we're good, though.
It looks like it's going through over there.
It
You
seems
got
like it.
squiggles. It's either that or it's a seismographer.
All right, folks. I don't know what the fuck was just said.
Did you have a seizure?
a seismograph.
All right. Let's see. Oh, wait a second. That Stoner 99 has confirmed he is having issues. He can't shit. Dr. Homer, do you have any advice for this?
He's writing a prescription.
I'm writing you a prescription.
Looks like his pen
A
doesn't work.
prescription. I got to write a prescription for this pencil, too.
In the meantime, let's check in with Mark here. Mark says, confirmed many people on both sides saying we did not go to the moon.
Many fine people
Many
on both
fine
sides.
people on both sides saying that we didn't go to the moon.
All right, I'm writing you a prescription right now. Now you need to do this prescription for your shitting, okay? So in order to do that, you need to take 4 Zins a day. Follow it up with a seizure, and then you're gonna eat some catnip. All right. Now the 4 Zins a day, you can split that up 1, 2 in the morning, 2, 3 at night.
That's a good ratio.
The catnip needs to be snorted in the afternoon. All right.
And you know what Zins are, guys, right? That's hey.
Good thing you can read that.
Hey, that's Stoner. That's your
your
prescription.
I have
okay?
a suggestion.
We'll mail
keep
it
it
to
here.
you. We'll mail it to you.
What's up, Luke? What's your suggestion?
You could do an enema.
You could do an enema.
Those don't really work.
Why don't enemas work, Doctor?
It's too loosey.
Dr. Homer.
It's too loosey.
Too loosey.
You
Yeah.
could do a coffee enema. Or you could do a urine enema. I
Oh.
would suggest.
You're an enema, dude.
Oh,
done.
I love those
Don't
videos.
call me an enema.
Stop. We're all gonna come.
A urine enema. Those are my favorite.
You could put
videos.
urine in any orifice.
That is true. It's sterile, is it not?
It's full of stem cells too.
Really? I didn't. Is that true, Dr. Homer? Well, our fact checkers
Yeah,
got to it
fact checkers said
first.
true.
Yeah,
They
it
said
looks like
true.
that is true.
They said true.
There's stem cells in urine. Really? How come? Okay, then how come when I
that
piss in
right?
when I piss in the toilet, how come it doesn't start making a second toilet?
Or
Because isn't that what stem cells do? Am I correct about
they
that?
make babies.
Stem cells is what are full of fetuses.
Right.
That's why they're pushing this abortion stuff so much because
But
they
y-
want those stem cells.
So, but they can't take my piss, can they? You're saying piss has stem cells in it,
I'm
right?
pretty sure, yeah.
Well, every toilet goes down to the government.
I mean, probably, yeah.
So, you know,
gotta-
they collect it all and transmit it to China and
Yeah.
Egypt.
Yeah. When you flush, it goes straight to the floor of Congress.
Yep. hmm
Turns
That's
out
what they're talking about.
that's another true statement.
draining the swamp.
Yeah.
It's all that piss and shit and cum
Yeah.
from the people's toilets.
Yeah.
Nate says stem cell urine lemonade is surprisingly tart, but I have found adding sugar helps.
Now, watch your sugar, though. You don't want to have too much intake of sugar.
That is true.
Yeah. Interferes with the Zen.
Yeah, it does interfere with the Zen, makes you a little too hyper diaper. And, yeah, so be careful with the sugars. Now, you can have as many carbs as you want. All right?
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, folks, let's move on here to our first story for the day.
I do have an enema story if we want to come back to that at some point.
Let's save the enema stories. We will come back to the enema stories. Mark
Yes.
says, I usually will put some whey protein in my stem cell urine. It makes for quick, easy breakfast.
Yeah. Now, which
Wow.
way? Which way you going with that?
Folks, we have a story that we're here to react to. We shouldn't treat this like any other episode of Working Crass. Or no, we should treat this like any other episode of Working Crass podcast. And our first story here is a historical documentary that we want to check out. So let's check this
Yeah.
out. Come on.
Will it play?
I didn't touch a thing.
Will it play?
Homer, Dr. Homer, what did you do?
I ain't touch a thing.
Yeah, this thing's not playing. Interesting.
Hmm.
This is clearly
you
the
guys
issue.
do have to have a bit of a patience with us because, you know, we don't have to do the live streaming and we got people working overtime on it.
Let's try again. Let's see if this works for
Try
us.
once again. Damn.
I'm actually very surprised. Oh, no, it's working.
There we go. We got it. We got it.
Here we go. Here
Oh,
we
it's
go.
Washington.
This is a
It's
good
no,
one.
it's no, it's not
I
Washington.
know my
Richard
history. We can
Nixon.
fact check it if we want.
I guess I just don't know why it's not playing. It's starting, but it's not really doing anything. That's lovely.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it.
It's just issue. It's just constant issues, is it not?
Issue after issue.
It's
yeah.
always something. It's always something. This the show.
Dr. Homer, what would you suggest for this?
I would suggest calling the Steve Wozniak.
Who's Steve Wozniak?
He's a specialist about it. He's a specialist I refer you to, a YouTube specialist. Either that, or you could reach out to Mr. Beast. He also knows the YouTubes.
I prescribe to you 400 episodes of Mr. Beast.
I prescribed to you episode 1936 of Joe Rogan.
Wow, we really have issues, don't we?
Shit.
Well,
Shit, we can't play this video?
No, it looks like we can't, although we're going to try to anyway. Let's see what we could do. We might crash the whole stream doing this, but let's give it a shot. It's called
If this doesn't work, I'm going to burn down the studio.
Lincoln. Oh man.
Documentary?
Yeah.
You sounded different there, Doctor.
I'm sorry.
Here we go. Hold on. Don't listen to that, folks.
Loud.
Yeah. So we're getting it pulled up. This is what you get when you watch a live episode, 100 episodes in. All right. Let's
Not
give
quite
this a
enough
shot.
urine enemas, in my opinion.
Let's go ahead and share. We're going to go ahead and share this video. Share it now. Looking good.
You read that
Full
really
screen
fast.
it.
He is considered a sacred figure by both Republicans and Democrats.
He led the nation.
All right, let's try this one more time where it's actually showing up on the screen, but I promise this time, folks, you're going to see it. There we go.
Look at that.
There we go.
Looks good, man.
He is considered a sacred figure by both Republicans and Democrats.
He led the nation through its greatest crisis.
He's on our currency. We build monuments to him.
He's the greatest president the United States has ever had.
Today, the big question that people are asking is, was Abraham Lincoln gay?
That's the question, boys.
All right, boys. So this is the question everyone's asking. Everyone's got on their mind. Was Abraham Lincoln gay? Now, we're going to decide once and for all in this episode if he was gay or if he wasn't. But I'll take my vote now, if that's okay. Can I go ahead and vote?
Yeah, please do.
I mean, he freed the slaves. That's pretty gay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I think the first question we must ask about this is, what is the meaning of gay?
What is gay?
What is gay?
That's
Yeah.
what we need to get into.
Is gay a PP and a BB thing, or is it?
Well, when he was talking about freeing the slaves, what people didn't realize is he was speaking of like the fetish kink kind.
Oh, like a dom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I think
the-
he was talking about freeing them sexually
Yeah.
from all the repression in
Yeah,
their...
exactly. Exactly.
From their
expression.
heteronormativity.
Yeah, freeing
He's trying
them
to
from the heteronormativity.
Yes.
Sometimes you
makes
just
sense.
want to be a cum slave, and that's okay. And fact check, can we get a fact check on that? Can we get a fact check? No? All right.
I can only do well. The rabbits only listen to me, Lauren.
Yeah, that's the
All
thing
right,
is
fine,
those
fair
rabbits only work for certain people.
I mean, gay also could mean happy. So they're just talking
Yeah.
about, was he happy?
Was he happy?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Probably not
Sometimes.
when he was getting shot in the head. But wait,
Or not when he was getting butt fucked by all them slaves he was freeing.
that was just their thank you. That's how he became gay. Is all the slaves had to thank him with a nice butt fucking. 7 years ago, I got fucked in the ass.
Oh,
My emancipation proclamation.
oh, you beat me to it. I was thinking of something.
Oh, he's getting a
like
bunch
that.
of new nicknames in the comments there.
He is.
Oh, we got a lot of them here. Great job, live chat. We've got Abra Gay Lincoln, Abraham Lycum.
Yeah.
We got Gabra Gay Lincoln and Abraham Link Gay. Now-
Gay Brigade Link Gay.
Now, I will say, Dr. Homer, you had a really good question here. What is gay?
Well, Okay, sure, I can answer that. So,
Oh wait, we got one more. So I'm sorry. Abraham Lincoln's being.
That's good. That's good.
that is good. So gay is a condition you get when you take it. You get it from another gay, and you take it, and when you get it, it makes you gay.
Okay.
And when you're gay, you're gay. So
okay, so
really
we've heard a lot of claims here. Okay, first, gay is a condition. Oh wow, true. Okay, guess that one's true. Okay, let's try the next one. He said,
I'd second that.
Yeah.
It's a conditioned response.
And then he says you catch it from other gays. That's true too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also true.
But also, being gay is gay, is what he said.
That is
There
very
we go.
true.
It showed back
Very
up.
True.
Damn, our fact checkers, those bunnies are
They're on it.
They're on it. Let's see.
All that butt fucking get your juices flowing. Bunnies,
Spot on analysis, Homer.
Thank you, Mark. Hey, if you want a job, I got a custodian.
What? A custodian?
You got like an affiliate link or something, Doc?
Yeah.
Looking for interns?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Anyone want to promote my products? I got tinctures and
You're looking for people to give out the urine
and
enemas.
suppositories. Yeah. We got it all. We got Zen suppositories.
I had to train this guy at work, but he had all of these medications at his desk. It's like these pills for just fucking everything. He had like 4 bottles of like pills, and then he had like 3 other tinctures of liquids, like brown and green chalky liquids that he kept spilling all over his desk and spilling on himself. And we work in tech, like he's spilling it on the keyboard and stuff. And he's like, "Do we have paper towels?" I'm like, "Yes, they're in the kitchen." He goes, "I'll just use a tissue," and he's wiping it up with a tissue. Just this brown goo. I'm like, you probably shouldn't work here. Anyway, sorry. That's
Were the tinctures mud?
it looked like mud. It looked like
that is a tincture. Yeah, you get all the minerals in the mud. Sometimes you even put worms in there because worm poop is actually good for you.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah.
Let's
Good
check
for
the fact check.
soil. In our guts, soil.
The fact
Yes.
check didn't
Yeah.
show up this time. That's weird.
Microbiome.
Well,
Well, that doesn't mean it's not true. It just means they're still working on it. Might come up later.
Sounds like you got prescriptions from Homer. Yeah, you got some tinctures. All right.
Yep.
Let's keep going with this this Lincoln story here.
yeah.
19th century, for many men, their closest relationships were other men, and same for women.
Men could live with another man when they're single, and often did, and shared beds.
Lincoln probably slept in the same bed with men more than he did with women.
Back then, a lot of people don't know that back then, men would just kiss each other and, be in relationships with each other. It wasn't gay.
No.
How do they know that? How do they
Yeah.
know he shared his bed with men more than women?
Yeah, that would be difficult to prove unless he's like his diary is out there and
Or
it's
are
like
we including animals in this?
We sniffed his bed for 37 days and determined it had way more man cum than woman cum on it.
Now here's another question. Here's another great question. Is there more evidence that Lincoln is gay than there is that Obama's gay?
No, this is brought to you by the same people who started the Big Mike conspiracy.
It's not just Big Mike. Doesn't he have those letters that he wrote where he's like, I think about being with men and like I
Yeah.
fantasize
Yeah,
about
yeah,
men.
yeah.
Have y'all seen those?
Wait,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Michael Obama?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Mike. Huh?
Well, Barack Obama has like these like letters that he wrote to Michelle or Michael or whatever in the past, and there was like I dream or fantasize about being with men, and
Yeah.
interesting.
Well, but that's not a prescription of being gay because we know how you get gay.
Yeah, and how is that again?
It's a condition
Yeah.
that you get. It gets given to you by a gay, and then if you get gay, you're gay.
Dr. Homer, you are a genius.
So do you think Obama was gay before he entered the White House?
Possibly. I won't say that I think that, but I've seen some
But
convincing
we
evidence.
will say that the people who made this documentary think that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that they did. Can we fact check that? That's absolutely
True.
true.
I probably think
job,
that
Lauren.
all the presidents that have ever been are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably what's next.
Yeah.
To get involved in politics, that is pretty gay as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty.
I mean, you gotta get like,
Obama more like Olama.
Now, Obama aside, who would be the gayest president?
Who would be the gayest president?
Gayest president.
Excluding Obama.
Well, I could give you a solid
probably
answer
Bill
on this one.
Clinton.
Bill
Because
Clinton.
he had sex with that horse for so long. That woman. Hill dog.
Hill dog.
You better be careful, man.
Hill dog going long for the long ball.
I think it was Hubert Humphrey.
Mark says definitely Jimmy Carter. Why Jimmy Carter? Was it? It's me, Jimmy. President Carter's here.
I like Jimmy Carter. Don't get me started on him.
He said he was a penis farmer and people misheard him and thought he said peanut.
All right, let's keep going. Let's figure out.
Farmed for those nuts, man. He raked and hoed for those nuts.
Guys, I need to figure out just how gay Abraham Lincoln was.
One of the things that fascinates scholars is his bedding down with Joshua Speed for 4 years.
There is love between those two men.
When you put together all of the evidence, it's really startling.
Lincoln has a type.
Mom, I finally got a job in Hollywood. I'm playing Abraham Lincoln's gay lover.
I'm playing Abraham Lincoln.
It turns out Mary Todd was just Todd.
John Wilkes Booty.
That's probably why he killed him.
Yeah, he was a he was jealous.
Yeah, Lincoln turned him down. He's like, all right, I'm going to kill him. If I can't suck his Lincoln president dick, nobody can.
If I can't suck his Lincoln log, no one can.
That's why the Lincoln logs were brown. All that unpooped shit still in the anus.
Oh, my God.
That's what you got to get rid of, Stoner 99, dude. Get those enemas going.
Oh, my God.
You could ask Gay Lincoln about enemas. They're pretty popular in the gay community, I imagine.
It is, you know what? He probably was gay because he had those famous last words, "At least I died in the theater."
Oh, my.
Live by the theater,
Die by the theater.
Theater.
I always wanted to die at the ballet. All right, let's keep going.
Dashing, daring.
We have this notion that if you have an attraction like that, boom, that's your orientation.
Sexuality through the mid-19th century was far more fluid.
But for someone who wanted a political career, it was mandatory that you have a wife.
Dear Speed, I shall be very lonesome without you. Yours forever, Lincoln.
What you have in the 19th century was very strict marriage culture. Get married, and then everything is possible.
Captain David Derrickson became friends with Lincoln while they were living here at the cottage.
There is a soldier here.
He was what? He become like a lover with like a Civil War South guy. like he became like
It's the real life Colonel Anus.
Yeah. He like falls in love with like an anti-abolitionist. It's
General Cumster.
General Cumster.
Doing his march in Georgia.
I just don't like what you're doing with freeing the slaves and everything, but boy, are you a hunk.
It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or more like Romeo and Romeo.
Yeah, I guess that's right, ain't it?
More like a Romeo and Homo. Oh, okay, never mind.
Homeo?
Homeo.
I do think since this is our 100th episode, if we want to figure out a new direction to go into, if we decide not to do podcasting again, gay revisionist history could be a lane to start to get into for us.
Absolutely. I would love to just do a whole episode about my favorite old queer John Quincy Adams.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay, go for it.
200 years in the future, they're going to be making a documentary just like this about that Obama. And then they're going to be like that right now, like saying people
Yeah, keep going. It's okay. You're almost done.
Right now, they say Republicans that are calling Obama gay are being messed up.
Yeah.
But then in 200 years, they're going to be like, look, he was.
Yeah, you're probably.
I probably am right.
Yeah, it looks like you are. I guess our fact checkers can tell the future.
Well, those rabbits, man, you don't not find them in a psychic lounge, or you do. You do find them. That's why I find them in psychic lounges.
They're devoted to the president, and when Mrs. L is not home, sleeps with him. What stuff?
He was seen wearing the president's nightshirt.
If you want a smoking gun, here it is.
But then you see...
He was putting on Mary Todd's panties. We have historical evidence. We have old-timey photos of Lincoln in women's panties.
Well, all these pictures are probably AI generated.
Yeah.
Easily. You could easily AI generate.
So why are they even putting this out right now?
You don't need a smoking gun for this because he was smoking that gun.
Exactly.
Mark says, can't wait for Brokeback White House to hit theaters.
That's good.
Oh, man. All right, let's finish this up.
All these shifts to the end of the 19th century.
Freud was devastating to sexuality, defining very rigid categories.
And they're saying if a man loves another man, it's unnatural.
Homosexuality is a mental illness.
It was not only wrong, it was punishable. If Lincoln were to look down today, he would see the United
If Lincoln were to look at us today, he would be, an LGBT would be at the front of the Pride Parade, folks.
We're having a civil war.
That's what the L stands for, LGBTQ.
Lincoln.
Lincoln gay.
Lincoln gay trans
alliance.
He was doing all of them already the whole time. Yeah. All these fags out here are behind the curve. Sorry.
No, that's okay. We could say fags. I've said it in 100 other episodes. But, you know, hey, Dr. Homer, would you prescribe the word fags to any of us?
I would prescribe a word called...
Oh, wait. No, let's not say that one. He just starts writing in. Oh, man. This is, you're right, Lauren. This is just revisionist history, though. This is literally like, oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if you know this, but Lincoln would have been the front of the Pride Parade and would be so disappointed in Republicans today. That's all this is, right?
Yeah.
For the election.
Yeah.
And because they know that Trump loves to say, oh, it's the party of Lincoln, it's the party of Lincoln. So they go, well, did you know that Lincoln actually licked buttholes? Did you know that?
I think if they really wanted to be subversive, they should do like a, Hitler secret man ravager. And just do stuff like that.
Well, no, and I would be totally... I'll be totally down with the Hitler revisionist history about it. You make them, I don't know, you make them gay. It's kind of funny. You probably hate that.
Yeah. Doing like gay Hitler. Yeah.
He's just rolling in his grave.
I mean, he probably did. I mean, I feel like anyone in politics swings as many ways as possible.
Sure.
And if you get into that sort of position, you probably have to compromise your asshole.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I guess back in the days, they would basically ruin like kings. If you're anally penetrated, you can't actually be royalty anymore.
Yep,
So
that is true.
All these phony politicians that are out here pretending to be the president are all that, I imagine. Wouldn't be surprised.
That's what I think the whole skull and bones, like those like Yale
You think the bones
University.
is literally a boner?
Skull and bones. Yeah, skull and boners.
Yeah, mind fucking.
Robert Ibarra says, I mean, who hasn't tried on women's panties? Not me, I'm telling you.
Very true.
Very true. We all have we not?
We're all wearing them right now.
Well, everyone except Lauren.
Yeah, I'm not.
Lauren doesn't wear.
I've worn panties with dick holes in them.
I wear panties that look like boxer briefs. Oh, man. All right, we'll finish this trailer up here. Let me switch back over. Getting the hang of this stream thing.
The States at a particularly fragile moment.
History is so important because it allows us to understand who we were, who we might become.
Lincoln's legacy is the insistence on equality.
We have been in the hustle power.
If you can accept a queer Lincoln, you can accept queer people overall.
He should inspire us to achieve a true democracy for everyone.
Wow, that's fantastic. That is pretty funny.
Oh.
Good thing to focus on right now in the world.
Yeah.
They're gonna kill Trump, and then Trump was gay, and Obama was gay, and Joe Byron was gay.
Yeah, I just hope.
Hey.
Sorry, Joe.
I just hope that in the future somebody makes a documentary about working Crass and how we were all gay.
Yeah, they definitely will.
I feel like I'll have
They
made it
definitely
then.
will.
Working ass.
We dug up Mary Todd Lincoln's body and found that she had top surgery scars on her breasts. Did you know Mary Todd Lincoln was actually a man?
Did you know that under Lincoln's top hat was a giant dildo he liked to shove up his ass?
That's why that top hat was so tall.
That's actually what he's sitting on the Lincoln Memorial. You just can't see it.
Did you know there's a hidden penis in the Lincoln Memorial?
It's like I spy.
All right, folks. Well, something that is extra special about our live stream here today is that we have a few advertisements. So we were able to finally, on our very last episode ever, make a little money.
Yeah.
So throughout the episode here, we are going to be playing some advertisements.
From our sponsors.
From our sponsors. These are now our official sponsors. Now, keep in mind, I tried to add a video into this thing earlier, and it didn't work, and things have not been working on this stream, so it's possible I try to play this ad, and it doesn't work, and then we just keep moving on. But that being said, let's give this a shot. This should be our first ad from a company called Sphincter Scanner. Let's check it out.
If you're like me, you lose your phone all the time, and with it, all of your private information. And if you're also like me, you don't have any fingerprints. And before you know it, everyone's scrolling through your phone, looking at those pictures of your gooch that were only for your doctor. Does that sound like you? If so, this commercial just might change your life. Introducing the Sphincter Scanner by Derriere Technologies. Everyone has an asshole, and thanks to me, I'd like to announce that they're all unique and special. Now I know what you're thinking.
How the hell do you know my asshole's unique? You ain't been up there.
Wrong! I've inspected everyone's ass, and they're all unique and special. Especially yours, Courtney.
Ah, well goddamn.
City's beautiful this time of year, and I'm glad I can trust my ass to keep my private information safe and secure. Now, has this ever happened to you?
No. I don't have any fingerprints. Ugh.
Hey bud. You should try Sphincter Scanner.
What? What's that?
Sphincter Scanner utilizes bacterial tracheometry using enhanced biomechanical floral tetride to analyze the unique tutsu levels in your dirty ass. Now that's security. Still not convinced? This guy right here has a different asshole than I do. Hey man, stick this up your ass and see if you can access my email. Okay.
Alert. Unidentifiable anus. Toot suit levels too high. Initiating self-destruct in 3, 2, 1.
Now that's a secure phone. So Courtney, what do you think?
I think I'll take 2. At the same time.
The Sphincter Scanner from Derriere. Finally, security that's flawless. Hello? Yeah, I'll be right over.
Hey, we got it figured out.
Yeah.
Hey, we're starting to figure out this stream
Look at
thing.
that, man. Easy is as easy does it.
Thanks, Brittany. Brittany says, I've been looking for some security like this.
It's good security for your phone. Yeah.
Wow. And, these are actual advertisements that were sent to us by our, paid
sponsors.
advertisers, our sponsors. These aren't just, some people, I was showing some people earlier, they're asking, like, aren't these just, like, old sketches that you guys made and you're just recycling them?
Shut up.
I said, shut the fuck up. What are you, Lincoln?
They said, what?
You sounded a little like Lincoln. Now, that was very interesting, though. The science behind sphincter scanner, I don't really understand. I don't know. Do you have anything to add, Dr. Homer?
Yeah, well, it's a bacterial infection that you get.
The sphincter scanner, the security thing that you buy and add to your phone, is an infection.
It adds a bacterialism into your buttocks, and then it makes it compares and contrasts that using UVI, and make sure that the levels in your booty hole are all good and match up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is that? I mean, what's the science behind that? Is there any studies?
Yeah, it's called. Yeah, I got a study I did on it.
You did a study.
Yeah, I studied it.
Really?
What is it?
I did a study.
What's the study called?
Booty.
Is that true? No.
Yep.
Wow. Looks like
you can find it. You can find it on JSTOR. Just search Homer Booty, and you'll find it. Not the treasure one. I got a treasure one on there called Homer's Booty too.
Looks like Nate says, I used mine this morning. Fit like a charm. I'm glad you liked the sphincter scanner, Nate. Mark says, do you sell used ones at a discounted price?
Well, the issue with that is that the bacterialisms don't match up, and so it really is a one-time use only, or one booty use only.
I think Dr. Homer has like some extensive knowledge about sphincter scanner.
Well, I use one.
Oh, really? No. Wait, is there one really back there?
Yeah, there's one back here.
Wow, you got to be kidding me. That's literally right here. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a good. It don't taste too good, let me tell you that.
Let's see. Robert says, I made this mistake of trying Nate's one time. Never again.
Yeah, you don't want to try another ones. Yeah.
This person says, I blew up. Nate doesn't know, so don't tell him. Nate says, hey, guys, just rejoined. Did I miss anything? Also, my scanner looks used. Keep sending in chats into the live chat, folks. We enjoy hearing from you. But we got to move on to our next story. And our next story here is one that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So let's check it out. The tongue sticking the.
You gotta get the tongue out, so
yeah, you gotta catch
it.
Mm-hmm.
So what? This is a real Guinness World Record thing to see how many times someone can do this.
Yeah, this guy is the Guinness World Record for his most balls in your mouth.
Most balls against the wall.
Yeah.
And back.
So he catches him and then he shoots him right back out and catches him again, just over and over.
That is correct. And Lauren, a little hard to hear here. I can't tell if you weren't holding your microphone.
I was holding it away from my face.
That makes sense. Yeah. At first I watched this, I thought this was Byron because the balls just going in and out of the mouth. It just seemed like familiar to me.
Yeah.
But.
Well, I do know that Byron once caught a grape in his mouth from 5 stories high.
Really? Is that true?
That is true.
Let's check it out. Damn,
it's really true. There's
I'm starting
video.
to think there's no graphic for a false here for the fact checks.
Well, we could fact check that.
Let's see. Is that true? That is
true.
Yeah. So this guy, Nate says, colorized footage of Abraham Lincoln. Come on!
Oh, that's awesome.
He has to be like, not gay.
He's like, and I'm straight too. And I have a wife. Shout out to my wife.
He like walks out of there and there's like UFC chicks like all around him.
You're so good with the ball trick on your mouth.
He looks like that one comedian.
Oh, really? Who?
I don't know his name.
Okay.
He's bald.
I don't know if I.
He has like the teeth.
Yeah.
He has like the gap in his teeth.
Greg Fitzsimmons.
No, I think you're talking about
Todd Barry. Gabe Rodolph.
I think he's in the league.
Yeah,
He
the
was in
improv, the improv guy. I just can't think of his name.
Oh, Paul Scheer.
Paul Scheer.
That's
yeah,
it?
I
That's
think
the
you're
one?
talking about Paul Scheer.
No.
I think you are. He's gay too. Like
Paul
this
Scheer.
guy.
Yeah, he is.
I think they're trying to make us gay.
Yeah.
I think Alex Jones
Well,
is right.
I have a solution. Actually.
Yeah.
I brought with me here some electronics.
Oh boy.
Oh,
And
God.
if you want to test it out real quick.
I don't know if I want to test out.
Yeah.
This looks like a hot.
That's a
Is
hot
it an
iron?
iron?
Oh,
No,
God.
it's
You're not gonna-
electronics.
Well, it's an electronic iron, but I don't want to be burned with
You
anything.
won't be
Don't-
burned.
I don't
Oh,
want to be. Why you keep touching me? You're touching it.
I haven't turned on the electronic shock yet.
But you're gonna do it when my hand is
I'll
touching.
turn the shock on it. No, it goes on your heart.
Does it,
No,
trap,
I
does
don't
it
want-
stop you
on
from
my-
being gay?
on my heart.
Are you trying to?
Okay, let's not shove it.
I think that's
All right. So
anti-gay
you should be
machine.
you should be straight.
That
Now,
made me straight.
Yep, but you gotta
Honey, it didn't work.
you gotta take a Zen every 2 hours, keeping your testosterones up.
So take a Zen every 2 hours, keep
Every
my
2
testosterone
hours,
up.
Yeah.
And that will keep make
And
me
be
not
sure
gay.
and wake up and do it. Set an alarm every 2 hours when you're sleeping.
Yeah,
No
if you-
more
if-
8 hours sleeps.
If
I
your
will.
if your balls are tingling, that means it's working.
Yep.
Oh man. Well, now that we know what the cure is for gay, I say we move on. I'm very excited here because we actually have a special guest, and he asked me to give him a call whenever it's time. So before I even announce who the special guest is, I'm going to go ahead and give him a quick call here. And okay, here we go. Let's see if he'll answer. I hope he does because it's a very important live stream. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes, who is this?
This is Working Crass Podcast. Is this who I think it is?
Hello, gamers. It's your favorite streamer, Donald J. Trump.
Wow. We are the President Trump. Thank you very much for being here on our 100th episode of Working Crass.
Well, it's totally good to be here, John. I've had a lot of good people tell me about this program. I think it's great what you're doing. Melania and I have been listening, and it's a total vibe, okay? And 100 episodes, that's a lot of episodes, okay? Imagine 100 people, okay? That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
100 people, believe me, so
Is that
it
as-
shows Sigma, and that's no cap, Junior.
Is that as many people that? Is that as many people that you get at your rallies?
We get billions and billions, but it is very close, okay? Believe that.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I have so many questions, President Trump. First of all, you opened with saying hello, gamers. I don't know if you know that we're not necessarily like a gaming stream, or we don't really stream games or anything. We're more of like a comedy podcast.
We're more of a gay stream, but we're not a gamer stream.
Well, J.D. Vance and I, we haven't had much time to speak about policies or politics yet, but and the other day, this is very interesting, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody likes to talk about it. Fortnite, okay? And there are billions and billions of players, okay, on Fortnite. I don't know what to say other than it's epic. Okay, it's epic as hell, let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
So JD says, let's drop in duos and get some dubs, and I tell him, say this. No, you would say like that. W is positive aura, so now I'm engaged in the Fortnite community. I know all the hip lingo. I'm a full-time streamer.
You're telling me that you are streaming Fortnite now, President Trump?
Oh, yes, I'm finishing this up. Then Me, RFK, and Obama are going to be running trios later tonight on Twitch.
I'm sorry. I guess I don't play much Fortnite, so I don't know what running trios is. But I do have to ask you, President Trump, most recently there was a second assassination attempt on your life. And that's, I can't even imagine, as just an ordinary citizen, I can only begin to empathize with you, and
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that must be like. What has that been like for you, knowing that people are kind of coming after you?
Yeah, are you afraid?
Well, we can get into it. It was a close call. I know that much. It was a close call. Right. I'm sure you read about it. It's all over the news. I'm standing there. Okay. Final circle in Loot Lake. No build mode. Just popped 2 minis on 20 bomb. Absolute banger. Okay. And this little noob nearly grazed me with an epic sniper. Okay, there goes my shields. Big yikes. And I'm thinking, this game's all but lost. Okay. And what happens next will shock you. One pump headshot. Victory royale for the DT. I totally ate, left no crumbs. We stick left.
I'm sorry, President Trump. I guess I don't understand the lingo. I guess I haven't really played much Fortnite at all, so I guess I just don't understand. But no, we were talking about. I guess we could talk about something maybe slightly different. The debate was recently, and you've had 2 debates now. You had one with Biden and one with Kamala, and I was kind of wondering what you think about that. Who do you think came out victorious in that last debate?
Because a lot of people are saying that you didn't bring your A game.
In that last one.
Yeah.
Well, people kept saying I talked about immigration too much, and that's okay. We're looking into it, and that's a problem. But you've also got, and nobody will talk about this, by the way. You've got people coming in illegally from Tilted Towers into Tomato Town. Okay, a lot of bad hombres coming in.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? You have people coming in from where?
Tilted Towers. Okay, it's a very hot drop. To be honest, you've got good players on both sides. They're taking our loot. They're destroying our buildings for materials. And by the way, this is the future that Krusty Kamala wants. They're totally not chill. The entire situation isn't chill. But no, talk about it. That's okay.
Well, again, I mean, I guess we don't know much about Fortnite, but it seems like that's really taken up most of your attention and time here. Now, I hate to do this, President Trump. I know that you are often fact-checked on programs that you are a guest on, and you've made a lot of claims just now. I just want to quickly check in with our fact-checking team, and it looks like, wow, actually, everything you've told us so far, President Trump, has been true. What do you make of that? The fact that these news shows are always trying to constantly fact check everything you say. Are you meant to be taken at your word for everything that you say, or are you ever sometimes being a little hypothetical with what you're saying?
Well, let me say this, okay? I got it. That's okay. Well, let me say this. They've been saying, I don't want to debate. I don't want a second debate, blah, blah, blah. I want a second debate on Fortnite. Okay. Build mode, no build mode. Snipers, no snipers. Does not matter to me. Okay. 1v1. Or hell, let's get duos going.
I would really like to see that. I mean, if that was a televised event, I would definitely watch a Fortnite battle royale with President Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. President Trump, the election's coming up very, very soon here. What are your predictions? Do you think you have a really good chance?
And can you tell us what exactly is happening in Springfield, Ohio?
Well, with Fortnite, and you.
Wait a minute. We're asking President Trump. We're asking specifically about Springfield, Ohio, and what you were.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah. You've got a problem with free speech now, huh? You sound salty as hell.
No, we don't. We love free speech. As a matter of fact, that's a big part of our podcast. We like to say what we mean to say, and we're not a big fan of censorship at all.
Yeah, we say what we mean and what we don't mean. We say it all.
Well, I'm talking about Fortnite. Okay, I came onto the show to talk about Fortnite. I only know Fortnite. Let me tell you this. The only liberal thing about me is the amount of Fortnite wins I have. I have a liberal amount of Fortnite. Believe me, okay. Trust me, if I 1v1 Kamala, she'll need Project 2020 vision to even see me coming. Okay, believe me.
Wow, I gotta say I'm very impressed. I feel like I'm went into this conversation knowing absolutely nothing about Fortnite, and now I feel like I actually know a little bit more about Fortnite. You've kind of educated me, but I'm still curious. What do you think is going to happen in the upcoming election? You think you have a pretty good chance at winning?
I think I'm stealing this thing. I think it's the end. Okay, I'm getting in there, and you might have seen that people might be saying, I won't run again if I don't win this one. Well, I'll tell you what, okay? I am on a dub streak. I've never lost. We're talking about Fortnite now. I never lose. Okay. I love Fortnite, okay? Their numbers are very low, okay? Much like their Fortnite wins. It's horrible.
That's great to know. Now, I do, I guess, want to open the floor here since you're with us. This is a rare opportunity to talk to President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
We have our guests here. We have Dr. Homer and we have Luke. Do either of you guys have any questions for President Donald Trump?
Luke's got a question.
Yeah, I have a question about Skyrim. What are you going to do about the Falmer?
Well, the Falmer's a problem because they stay down in the caves, the underdwellings, and you've got Blackreach, and there's not a lot of good things going on in Blackreach. You've got the Dwemer, ancient. We're looking into it. There's a lot of good people working on Dwemer, but we're looking into it, okay?
Thank you.
You're looking into it. All right, fair enough. Thanks.
Thank you, President Trump. Dr. Homer, do you have any questions for President Trump?
Yeah, I've got a second opinion on your ear. You may not want to hear it, but have you tried putting catnip in there?
This guy's a total hater. Okay, look, you're the CEO of Lame. Okay, Lame City just called. They said you're the mayor. I don't even know how you got on.
I'm just trying to give you some healing tinctures for your...
Let me just say this show, thanks to this homo guy, I'm not sure his name. We've got John Laurie and Homo and Fluke. This show, cap, okay. And you do this, I just lowered my Patreon contribution by one. I hate to do it.
President Trump, please don't lower your Patreon contribution. You are our highest bidder on Patreon. You literally are the reason why we make any money off this podcast at all.
Well, it's not looking good. I'll say that much. It's not looking good. I've got a question for Homie.
Yeah?
Season 2.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, President Trump?
Has Homie played Fortnite since season 2? That's my question to him.
Season 2? No, I think I played season 1.
Is retail still a location on the map? You tell me.
Tinseltown.
Fact check that. Fact check this man.
All right, let's take a quick look here, and it looks like that's true. Looks like he has, in fact, played Fortnite, and that is a true. Tinseltown is a real place in Fortnite. Is that correct, President Trump?
That's correct, but this man is totally lying. This show is totally caught me off guard. It's got
fake news.
Zero riz, negative aura. You're completely delulu. Okay, let me tell you. Your show is totally failing. Numbers are very low, much like your Fortnite. It's horrible. I might be a lot when I watch the show, but believe me, it's totally failing. You call it working Crass, but it should be total ass.
Lauren, you had something?
Yeah, I just want to know, do you think Lincoln was gay?
Well, hold on. Let him cook. He could have been gay. But
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, President Trump? I'm sorry, I was laughing over you.
He might have been gay, but we know this much. He slays like crazy. He was a slayer. He's totally.
Wow. I couldn't be more thankful that you have come onto the podcast. We actually have it looks like someone sitting in the chat here. Chris White says, do away with the Electoral College. 1v1 for the most powerful person in the world is based. What's your opinion about that, President Trump?
We like 1v1s. And look, let me tell you this. It could be Fortnite. It could be Skyrim. I play a lot of online Skyrim. It has a great multiplayer mode, okay? Luke knows. Fluke knows. It can be Halo 2. It can be Halo 3. Dare I say Halo 4? I'll go in. It's even far to say Halo 5. We can 1v1 in any of those arenas, but believe me, it's over. Okay. L's in the chat for anybody that's against me. L's in the chat.
All right. Well, President Trump, we got to get moving on with our show here. Where we are going to go ahead and let you go. But before we do you have any last words for our viewers or us here at Working Crass Podcast?
Yes, I would like to assure that I've got your vote come November. Okay. If not, then I'm totally rating this podcast 3 stars.
Not down to 1 star. 3 stars is still pretty good for the podcast. A part of the podcast is we don't really like to say if we're going to vote or who we vote for. Lauren and I typically we don't really like voting in general. So I can't guarantee that we're going to vote, but I would never go against anybody who decided they wanted to vote for you, President Trump.
Okay, 3 stars it is then. I'm doing my drafts. It's gonna look. Your podcast is going to look mid as hell. I know that much. Okay.
Well, President Trump, it's been an absolute honor having you on Working Crass Podcast. Call back anytime. You're always welcome on our podcast. We appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, I've got my second podcast. I'm going to be on Talk to All with the Hot Taw Girl. I'll let you.
Well, you take care, President Trump. God bless you.
Add me on Fortnite.
I will do. Thanks, President Trump. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wow, folks,
That's nice.
I cannot
That's
believe
crazy,
that is crazy. I could not believe if you told me that President Trump would call in that we would have a moment like that. That was very special.
Yeah.
You guys all sat through something very special
Yeah,
there.
that was a 100-episode special moment.
Well, folks, the show must go on, and we do have a lot more show to get to. That being said, we have another advertisement.
Another sponsor?
Another wonderful company has started to sponsor Working Crass Podcast, and this one looks like
They're pretty cool.
They seem pretty cool. They're a little wild. They're a little all over the place, but I'm excited to announce them as our new sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the advertisement for Jorth.
Jorth! Jersey on! Really tight hands! You got a hen, you got a Jorth. You got a Jorth, you got a hen. These jerseys are tight! But the hens are tighter. Check out these champions! Jerseys on! Really tight hands! You like where I'm going with this? Tight! Not tight! Jorth your hens. You got hens? Give them Jorth. High octane. Cutting edge. Jorth jerseys. For your hens. Jorth! Stop. Your hen must be 18 years or older to enter our website. Jorth! Dude! Maximum strength. Did you know you can have a logo on one of these hens? Just $700,000. 250 eyeballs guaranteed. Your logo is on the hen. Get Jorth! JORTH.Jorth.com.
All right, folks, that was our new sponsor, Jorth. I don't know. I don't even know where that. I can hardly make out what the product was there. I think it was jerseys on really tight hens.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't get them as a sponsor sooner. Honestly, they should have been sponsoring every episode.
You sell to a lot of farmers.
No, I think it's more for the fighting hens.
Like hens. Oh, it's jerseys for like cockfights.
Yeah.
Oh,
hens.
I didn't even pick that up in that commercial. That should have been some cockfighting like stuff. Maybe.
If you want to see that, just watch the Abraham Lincoln documentary.
Oh man, It looks like Jorth has some fans in the live chat here. We got Robert telling us, "Wow, that made me feel something. Is this love?" Jorth. Is it love? No, it's Jorth.
It's Jorth.
Oh, well, thank you to Jorth for reaching out and, sponsoring the podcast. It's been really great, having sponsors come in on our last episode.
Yeah.
That being said, Dr. Homer, let's check in with you here. We have this product, Jorth. Hens or birds can carry a lot of disease. How can people really protect themselves if they're on a farm or around a lot of hens or chickens from catching any of these diseases from birds?
Well, I got a great answer for that right here. Gloves.
Wait a minute. What is in your glove? What are these Zins?
I keep some Zins in there.
You keep Zins in the gloves themselves?
Yeah, it keeps you nice.
These are a lot of Zins, man.
Yeah, some of them are wet.
Yeah, they're all wet and sweaty, right?
Well, some of them might have been in my mouth first.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, because you want to get the full amount of the Zin.
You want the nicotine to go directly through your skin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I
always. When I always put more gloves on, I always put more Zins in there.
Okay. And is that do you find that helpful in your practice, or?
Yeah, it keeps them clean.
You got more gloves here. It looks like.
Well, I gotta keep my hands clean, because that's what I was saying is that if you're trying to keep if you're dealing with animals and farm animals, you got to keep your hands clean on them.
Now, Dr.
because you don't want to give them a disease.
Dr. Homer, during the pandemic, a lot of doctors ended up getting fired because they kind of spoke against what public health measures were happening in the country. Where do you stand on all of that? During the pandemic, were you pro lockdowns or against the lockdowns?
I don't think we should have locked down at all. I think we should have locked up. I think we should have locked up a couple of the scientists in the government, like Bricks. And Brixham and, Faustoids.
Are you talking about Anthony Fauci?
Yeah, that's who.
We should have locked him up.
Instead of being a lockdown, it should have been a lock up, like a 20 hours locked up.
I can't disagree with that. I think Lauren and I are pretty solidly.
We can't disagree with it, but we can't verbally say that.
We can't verbally say it. Now,
we can fact check it.
We can fact check it and see, is it true that it should have happened? Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what? This one's blinking because that's absolutely true.
And don't worry, I got my Zins in here already.
You already. Let me ask you a question. How much does
one fell out? That's why I
Homer,
usually double up the gloves.
Dr. Homer, how much does a canister of Zins cost?
About $5.98.
About $5.98.
Yep.
And so each one you just shove a bunch of them into your hands, right? Let me ask you a question. Later on, do you put those in your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
The sweat helps get the sweat acts as a pre-activator. So it pre-activates the chemicals in there, and then when you put it in your mouth, it's pre-activated teen. So it reacts quickly. Or
thank you, Doc. Wow. Can we do a quick fact check on that one too? Damn.
That's right. Those rabbits working overtime, aren't they?
This doctor never fails. He always tells the truth. That is insane.
I'm gonna have to give him some cat food later.
I hope not. All right, folks. Moving on. I got another story to react to here. So let's check this one out.
Ever gone to a salon to dye your armpit and eyebrow hair? Well, if you haven't, now's your chance.
This Pride Month, Billy is hosting a complimentary
That means free
hair affirmation station at Happy Place Studio in New York City, where you can get your body hair styled and dyed.
For me, expressing myself through my hair is such an important part of feeling confident in my appearance as a queer person.
Not only does dyeing my hair make me feel empowered, it helps affirm my gender identity too.
Because you might not just identify as a man or a woman. You might identify as a man with green eyebrows or like a man with purple pit hair.
Yeah. We see a bunch of people coming in, and they got their own identities, and some of them are giraffes, and some of them are green, and purples and blues, and we all got our own identities.
I've literally never heard of this. I've never heard of hair affirming care.
No, I've never heard of it, but we should do it.
We should
all at this
Should we
table.
all maybe dye some
I
of our
think,
hair?
Yeah, by the end of this podcast, we should all dye our pubes together in unison, live on the stream.
I mean, it's 100 episodes, so
It is 100th episode.
When else are we gonna dye our pubes together?
Have you ever felt like you identify that like your hair color is different than the hair that just naturally grows out? Like maybe I'm actually a blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah? You have?
Yeah, maybe I'm actually a redhead.
Dr. Homer, what do you think of this, the transgender craze in this country? Do you think that people can identify as another gender? Do you see them as that gender when you meet them in your practice?
Well, I think that it's a condition. And in this condition, you got, you're given this condition by like a preschool teacher or something, or like a
TikToker teacher.
Well, typically, I see when a lot of my clients come in and they're trying, or patients, not clients because they don't pay me. When my patients come in, they're typically coming from like a drag queen story hour or like a preschool teacher session, and they're saying they've got this disease, and I believe it is a disease. They've got something wrong, and I try and give them something that makes them feel a little bit better about themselves.
Wow, I'm not going to comment on that fact check, but it just kind of popped up on its own there. That's strange. That's really weird. Let's keep going.
We might have to fact check that fact check.
We might have to fact check the fact check. Are we still on YouTube, folks?
Yeah, we've definitely been taken down.
Have we been taken down yet?
Wearing our hair together has always been a bonding experience, and having this opportunity at a salon instead of at home has just been really exciting and fun.
The Hair Affirmation Station is open on June 26th and June 27th from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can sign up for a complimentary appointment at the...
I just need hair affirmation because I identify as Cosmo and Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents. Like it needs to be pink and green. Like I don't understand.
They do a mustache.
They looked like I saw a mustache in there. Yeah, one of the girls had one of the
They can do a mustache.
Guys, I don't know.
Human beings.
Yeah.
They can
or
do
the
a
demon.
They can do a mustache on any lip.
On any lip.
On any type of lip.
Link in Billy's bio.
I definitely saw a mustache in here, right? Yeah.
I think she didn't dye her mustache though.
Yeah. It just has a mustache but isn't dyeing it. I could see that, I guess.
Well, it's a choice.
I guess so.
It's a choice.
It's always a choice.
That's a
You
great
can
picture
Continue
of
to
her.
add infinite amount of genders, an infinite amount of body parts.
She looks happy
And
well.
Wait, what was that, Dr. Homer?
Not only does dyeing my hair make me feel...
Shit, sorry.
She looks. Go back a little bit more there.
A little bit more?
Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe we lost the screenage.
Yeah.
She looks happy and well adjusted though.
She does look well adjusted.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
how can
she's
you?
got, wings coming out of her shoulders,
Her
and
bosoms.
some kind of spider web on her neck.
Yeah.
Well,
Not
spiders
anything-
are really good actually.
Yeah, well, how can you
saw a spider.
not be happy when you're getting your body hair dyed different colors? I mean, that just brings joy to your life.
I guess so.
I hear they're doing these hair colorings at like carnivals and fairs for kids.
They do.
That's a
They
little,
do that,
That's a
yeah.
little crazy if you
They
ask
do
me.
shave off parts of people's private parts at carnivals now.
What?
For children.
What?
They try and guess how many pubes you have, and then they shave it off to see if they're accurate. That's like
Yeah.
the new carny trick.
Wait, but is this a real thing? There's carnivals where there's...
Not yet.
Oh, okay, but it will be.
Probably.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
They definitely guess how much your pubes weigh.
Yeah. Well, there is a tincture that's pube hair made, so we have to farm it from people.
Now, I don't know what's happening. I'm also looking at the chat, and it looks like Chris and Robert have been going back and forth with each other. Let's see. Can they dye dream catchers? And Chris clarifies, to clarify, dream catcher is another word for an overgrown fart filter. Robert knows what I'm talking about. Robert says, "Oh yeah, I know." So I'm glad we got some friends in the chat here.
Yeah.
Again, utilize that live chat. We love seeing you guys communicate with us. That is, I guess, hair affirming care is very interesting. It's like, is that really part of your identity that your pit hair needs to be purple? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that interesting.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It's very weird. Lauren, what do you identify your pubes to look like?
I like them sugared.
Yeah, like powdered sugars. You put like a powdered on there.
I like to get a
Salt
nice,
and peppered.
a nice sugaring down there. That's a thing. You can get your.
It's a type of waxing.
Yeah. but
Does it
with, like,
taste good, Josh?
Tastes like sugar. Yeah, you know I love it.
But they do it in like different designs. Like they can put a dolphin, a butterfly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's like they shape the sugar in the design.
That is right.
That's
that you
cool.
want. And I feel like that I identify with.
You identify with having cute little animals on your crotch.
Yeah, having a sugared crotch. That's my identity.
Robert says mine identifies as red, white, and blue. Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, man.
Follow me on Fortnite.
America. That's funny.
No, it's America.
Thanks, Dr. Homer.
I just got to make sure we know what country you're in.
America.
Speaking of America.
That's what this country will be if that Harris gets in. Oh, America.
America.
Homoerotic Erica.
I mean, that's kind of the way it's going.
It really is.
It's a big drag show, this corporation. known as the United States.
Kamala Hairless.
Yeah, she doesn't have any hair. That bitch.
Yeah.
So she can't get hair affirmations.
The
How you
gall.
like that, Kamala?
The fucking gall to not have hair.
Come on.
Why?
Sorry, I
she
called
shouldn't.
the almost president a name. I don't like to
That's
call
okay.
people names.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We don't like to either, but then when the camera gets rolling, we just can't stop.
Yeah, it's
We just can't help ourselves. Sometimes the names slip out.
yeah.
Why haven't we seen her bush yet? If she's going to be the president, that should be like a requirement, right?
Yeah, if we're going to allow a woman into the White House,
Right.
we should have to see her bush.
We should have to like see like a Playboy like kind of shoot with Kamala Harris and see like what she's
that
got
would
going
get her
down
some
there.
more votes. Her and Sarah Palin going at it.
It's just like, how do I know she's going to make the right decision as the free leader of the world if I know that she's going to go, travel over
She's gonna go full
overseas?
frontal.
Yeah, she's going to go to a beach. She's going to wear a bikini. She's got like, it looks like patchouli down there. Everything's just spilling out of her shorts. That's no way to represent the country, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, I do have a visual representation of Kamala Harris, Kamala Hairless.
I wish I could
bush.
show this up close. It's a stick figure with a bunch of bush. Just a ridiculous amount of bush.
That's how she identifies.
That's great, folks. I know you guys can't see that.
Well,
but
I think
it's
she's
beautiful.
hairless because she's a demon, and that's why I felt like she could be called names. I think
Well,
she's
a demon
actually
is just a condition.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
of the mind.
Yeah, you get it from,
And the soul.
you
Yeah.
know.
And the
well-
hole.
And the
Yeah,
hole.
well, really, the
Black
hole.
hole down there.
That's
she's
where
got
they
going
come
on.
in from, the holes.
Yeah, the black holes,
Yeah.
dark matter.
Nate says, I mean, we saw Trump and Obama's bushes. It's only fair. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Robert says, amen, Nate. Amen.
We saw Bush's bush, too.
Of course we did.
On 9/11,
Yep.
the first time we saw it.
He stepped out on the rubble and he unzipped his pants. And he showed his bush for this country.
Yeah,
that's
he
what the-
wagged his dick for all of Al Qaeda to.
He flapped it because it was too
warn
small
them.
and he's trying to get it a little harder.
Mission accomplished.
On TV, get it
He's-
hard, will you? Get hard.
God damn it, get
Hey,
hard.
say, fluff me up. I got strike fear in Osama's heart.
Now watch this golf swing.
All right, folks. Let's move on to our final story of the night.
Whoa.
We've been streaming for a while now, almost 2 hours. And this is going to be our final story. I want to talk a bit about, we've done 100 episodes and they've all mostly been here in Chicago. And everyone knows that the crime in Chicago is a big issue. I saw a video of this guy downtown and he is recording a guy who is robbing a store downtown in Chicago. And a lot of people don't really get to see this every day like we do. We walk out in the streets, we're dodging bullets. You know how it is in Chicago.
Dodging hair.
Hair. You're dodging hair.
Yeah.
So you never know what you might run into in the streets of Chicago. You know, it might be the middle of winter, and there's two guys in MAGA hats, and they're gonna come sneak up behind you and put a noose around your neck, like it happened to Jussie Smollett, which is, I believe, is true. That is true. That really happened to me.
It did happen, actually. I was there.
That being said, let's see what happens.
You were at the subway?
No, I was one of the guys in the red hats.
Yeah, I worked at the subway. I saw that too.
Yeah.
Dr. Homer was, in fact,
A Nigerian man?
Yeah, I mean, he identifies as a Nigerian man sometimes. So
I need the color affirming.
Yeah, it's skin affirmant surgery. Skin affirming
hair
surgery.
affirmant. Wait, never mind. I didn't say anything.
Well, folks, let's take a look at this robbery happening here in downtown Chicago.
It's going down, y'all. It's going down. Brother, come on. Oh!
Okay, so this guy's like on one of those motor scooter things and just telling the guy, come on, move, they're gonna get you. He's like helping the guy out as he's running. Let's see here.
Nigga, don't give up. You better keep going. Don't give up, nigga. Take a shit. Take a shit. That's what it looks like.
Now, the guy is stealing a giant thing of toilet paper, telling him I gotta take a shit.
Well, he stole the right stuff.
Exactly, he did.
Good for him.
This guy went downtown. He realized I have to take a shit. I don't have toilet paper. And he went into a store and stole a bunch of toilet paper. And he's on his way to go take a shit. I want to know, where is he going to take the shit?
I want to know where it is.
It's been holding him for days.
Well, he probably did one of those enemas.
Yeah. Oh, one of those piss enemas.
Yeah.
No, it's Zenema.
Oh, it's
Zenema.
That's a good one.
It's when you clean it out and then you put it in.
He's still behind you. Let's see how this turned out. You got any predictions on how this gonna turn out? I ain't gonna be able to take a shit.
I love how he's
got
asking.
like bounty too.
He's asking him for live updates. You have any predictions on how your robbery's gonna turn out? I love the guy that recorded
and
this.
he's just like,
video.
I'm gonna feel so much relief.
Yeah.
If this is what crime in Chicago looks like, then I'm not really that worried about crime anymore. I'm sorry. This is an innocent crime. This should be allowed. This should never be prosecuted.
Yeah, I ain't no socialist or anything, but if I was one, I'd say that we should have toilet paper on the house from the Gov.
Yeah. On the White House.
We should roll the White House. like back like back in high school. TP it.
Oh man. I don't know. I would not want this man persecuted.
Now I will write a prescription for this guy running. He really, if you get tired easily, I do have a couple things I can give him that can make him have more energy. One of those would be a C4. Drink that with 2 teaspoons of catnip, and then follow that up with a Blue Chew every hour, on the hour. Don't do it at 3:04, 3:05. Do it at 3 and do it at 4, and then do it at 5 and 6 and 7. What this does is the C4 will react with the catnip. It might make your tummy a little sick. I'm not gonna lie. But the C4 will react with that and give you a little bit of a jump and trigger, And then the C4 also does I call it a tingle tangle down in your testes. So there's a tingling testes sensation that'll happen in your testicles when you drink the C4. That's going to react with the Blue Chew, which will give you a stallion hard dong. And then when you have, everyone knows, it's just common knowledge. Everyone knows when you got a boner, you got to get it in somewhere fast.
I think Dr. Homer's voice is starting to go.
Yeah.
No.
You said stallion hard?
Well, I got a prescription for a bad voice.
What's your prescription for a bad voice? There we go. C4.
C4 fixes everything, all right? Now you got to chug it.
Oh no, Dr. Homer, you're gonna chug a C4 here? How many Zins have you taken too? You've had that. Oh my god.
No, you don't want to chug these because then the sensation in your testicles it reverberates. It's like a reverberation effect. So you got to make sure that when you drink it in sippy saps.
You chug that, you're gonna have to steal a bulk supply of toilet paper from the store next door.
I'm gonna have to steal a fleshlight is what I'm gonna have to do because I already popped the blue chews. My doctor prescribed me a blue chew every 30 minutes because he knows how much cum I got in my testicles. And this reacts with your sperm, and so it makes your sperm nice and ready to go. So, by the way, I know we have a lot of people. We're talking about IVF all the time. IBF.
Yeah. What is IBF? I don't know what that is.
IBF is in vitro fertilization.
Ivermectin?
Ivermectin?
No, that's
in
that
vitro fertilization.
Ivermectin is a good drug. All right, we give it to the spiders and we give it to the critters. Okay.
I thought it made the horses gay. That was what Sanjay Gupta was all peeved
about. Well,
true.
it is true. It does make animals gay. That's why we give it to spiders because we want like 1 or 2 spiders in each corner of our house.
We want some of them to be a little gay,
but we don't want them to reproduce and make a lot of baby spiders because then we'll have spiders all over the place. And I only got names for like 3 or 4 spiders. I can't name more than 4.
Oh, you can't come up with like spider names for them?
I just call them Roger 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But you really only want a certain amount of spiders. So when you where was it? Ivermectin and gay. Yeah, so that's why we give spiders ivermectin. But IBF is in vitro fertilization.
Okay.
So if you're trying to get a preggers, if you're trying to preggers up your bitch.
Yeah.
Then drinking a C4 and popping a blue chew and suppository up that Zenemas.
And you said this was in beast mode fertilization.
In bistro.
Beast mode
fertilization.
Yeah, Mr. Beast actually had me as a sponsor on his podcast, and I did that for him. But
yeah, I could see you doing that.
It makes your sperm wiggly around.
Yeah,
and so it's easier for it to get in the clap trap.
All right.
And when it there's
the clap trap.
Eggs have a really hard calcium shell. So it's not easy to break into an egg. Have you ever tried to crack an egg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard, right?
No. It's pretty
It's a lot of
easy.
calcium, but
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
Well, yeah, we try and crack an egg. It's not as easy for everyone. Some of us are, disabled. And the wiggly sperm helps, get in there, get in that egg, and get your bitch pregs.
Dr. Homer, at the risk of having you keep going here, I do want to ask you. Have a stethoscope? I've always wanted to try out a test the stethoscope. I don't really know how it works or anything. I don't know if you have to. Okay, well, that clearly
it's pretty simple to use. So you're gonna put these around.
Okay.
Here.
On my cheeks like that.
Yeah, they're probably here.
Yeah, it's kind of shaking around when you yelling.
Hey!
that hurts. That really actually hurts.
Yeah,
Pretty.
well, good.
Talk into your mic. What are you saying?
I'm saying, hey. Hey.
I think it's
we
for.
Can test it like this too. This is how I test it.
No. Oh God.
Okay,
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
That actually hurts really bad, actually, Dr. Homer.
Well, that just means that the
That just means you're getting healthy.
You're good and healthy. Because I can't. When I do this, it really hurt. It kind of hurts my ears too. But when you want to hear a heart, you got to tap it to the beat of the heart
to make the sound of a heart,
right? And it's kind of like a techno beat. That's how your heart should sound, like a techno beat.
Now let's check in. We were watching a video about a guy stealing toilet paper here.
Yeah,
let's
his
check in
heartbeat's
with.
probably going pretty fast. He's got to take a shit. He just stole a bunch of toilet paper, running through the street. Some guy's videotaping him, asking him to update.
Doing circles around him, videotaping him, and asking him questions.
He's holding his butt while he's running. He's clenching.
Robert says, "When you gotta go, you gotta go. Can blame a man." I like how you said you can blame a man. Are you trying to say you can't blame the man?
No, I think he's saying you can.
You can blame him.
You can blame him when he's doing that.
They'd give us the communist one ply.
That is true.
I think he meant you blame like the man.
Oh, we should blame the man for sure.
It's the government. The government made that guy have to shit.
Robert says I need at least 30 ply. Nate says that's why I'd chug them. He's talking about those C4s. I guess IVF equals invisible females.
That sounds
awesome. Let's keep going with this story here.
You think they gonna catch you? I didn't take it down. Then why you chasing me? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm riding this. It's kind of hard to ride. You almost there, kid. I just don't want him to try to rape me. Rape you is crazy. Look, when he not looking, just take off and grab him. My boy said he got a doo-doo. He was stealing that, wasn't he? Oh, yeah. Just let my boy go. Act like you ain't catch him. Come on, man. No black on black crime over here.
Just let my boy go. He should have just let the boy go, okay? The man's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, what about homeless people? Where do they go to the bathroom? Like, can they get arrested for...
Well, if you work near my office, they shit in pints of ice cream. They eat all the ice cream, then they use the pint and shit in it, and then just leave it sitting outside of my office, which is great. That's great. It's lovely.
Leave no trace. Following the Boy Scout code. That's what I do here, but I put it back in my freezer because.
Oh my God!
And you can study it.
Yeah, well, you want to make sure that the smell goes away before you look at it and kind of inspect your own feces.
And ingest it.
Gotta make sure that it's kind of like an owl pellet. You ever play with those?
No, I never play with shit of animals like an owl.
Well, they got like twigs and spiders and mice and stuff in there.
What the hell?
I once resuscitated a mouse that was in a pellet.
That was in a pellet?
Yeah, it was a fetus.
Ew. I don't even know.
Chris White says forbidden Ben and Jerry's.
Had to give it mouth to mouth association.
Lord Almighty. All right, folks. Well, that was our last story for the episode, and
that was a good last story for us because honestly, our podcast really is 95% doo-doo pee-pee poo-poo.
Of course, yes.
So it's fitting that's what we end on. We started on that, and we ended on that.
We got to talk a little bit about crime, a little bit about health, a little bit about poo-poo. And
gut health.
Yes, exactly.
And it was the only non-gay one, I think.
You're right.
Stories.
That is true. It was the only non-gay one. Well, well, no, yeah, they're all gay, weren't they?
They're all gay.
Well, it's just a condition.
Well, thanks for clarifying.
I didn't really realize, but yeah, they were all gay, weren't they?
I think there's a theme here for this 100th episode.
I guess so. And I started it by calling everyone gay. When didn't I? Well,
you did, didn't you?
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
It's floating around these days. Pretty close to this election coming up.
You started it by calling everyone gay, and then you messed up all the audio.
You messed up all the audio.
It was not Homer.
Dr. Homer, it absolutely was you. That being said, we have reached the end of our live stream. Well, not quite the end. We still got a couple more surprises for you here, but the end of reacting to stories here. And I do want to say before we move on to some of our final things here that thank you on behalf of Lauren and I for listening and watching Working Crass podcast for 100 episodes. It really was something that when we started, we said, like, can we do 100 of anything? And we were unsure if we could. Because doing 100 of something is tough. There were times when we, skipped a week putting out an episode. There were sometimes we skipped a whole month. There's times we skipped a few months, right? But we finally got here. We made it to 100 episodes. And
we said, can we do 100 skips in a row?
Skip 100.
And by gosh, we did it.
We absolutely did.
We did it.
So thank you guys. Thanks for being listeners. And, whether you're watching this live or you're watching it after the fact.
Or you're stealing a wad of toilet paper because you have to take a shit.
Either way, we love you, and we do appreciate you. That being said, we're gonna before we go, we should ask if no, you know what? Before we move on to our final ad and our musical guest for today, we gotta say the one thing that we learned, because that is a tradition here at Working Crass Podcast.
That is tradition.
Well, I learned
tradition.
That is tradition. I've learned so much today, and we've had so many fact checks that things I didn't even know were true happened to be true. I guess Luke, let's start with you. What'd you learn today?
I learned that all the presidents were gay, especially Abraham.
Yeah.
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 Dr. Homer, what about you? What'd you learn? Did you learn any? I know you're a smart guy.
Yeah, very smart. IQ too. Well, there's a couple things I wanted to say first.
Okay.
And I know I've been taking up a lot of time, but they call me Dr. Verbose. Back in the clinic. But one thing I want to say, I am real proud of you guys doing 100 things of one thing,
Thank you, Dr.
It's kind of tough for me to do 100 things of one thing. Whenever I take 100 Zens, I'm like, I don't know if I can do another 100, So that is kind of good. That's a good thing. Keep up the good work of the spirit, man.
Thank you, Dr. Homer.
I wanted to give you guys each a little treat.
Oh, wow. We got treats. We got gifts.
So these are little snacks that I give people when I have like kids that come in.
Those are cat treats. Those say Temptations on them.
Well, they are Temptation.
Yeah.
So there's a treat for you.
Thank you very much.
Only one, because they got sugars.
Yeah, I will definitely save this for for a little bit later.
You can take a treat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
I
Dr.
want you guys to eat this on air.
I will not. You know that neither of us are going to eat this.
Here's one for you, Luke. And all together now.
All
together now for the treats.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
It's not bad.
Well, you know what? If it's not bad, I think you should have a second.
Yeah.
You think, and you think maybe you can eat mine too, just to keep up with the continuity. You want to, maybe perhaps go ahead and eat Luke's too.
Now I gotta tell you guys, when you eat something like a cat treat, and then it's tempting to do. I know it's real tempting, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then you down with some C4. Do you really have to be careful?
Because diarrhea.
I have to go come.
Thank you, Dr. Homer.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Homer. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
He's got to go. Do not go that way.
Yeah,
Please go the other way and don't. You're literally knocking things over now. You're being inconvenient.
I have to get there fast.
I know. Please don't come in your pants. Watch out for the wires, please. All right. Lauren, what did you learn today?
I learned that the best way to bond with your buds is to bust out your bushes together and decorate them to your heart's desire. And really, that's what brings us together, I think. Brings all sides together.
I agree.
It's what we need. It's how this country heals. It's by taking out our bushes and dyeing them different colors and gluing on sparkles and sugars, and we will all just love each other a lot more.
I think you're absolutely right about that. That's beautiful, beautiful advice
Thank you.
for our 100th episode.
Thank you.
And I learned that Lincoln was gay.
In all of them.
In all of them. And in the wonderful words of Tony Soprano, he's a fag. Well, let's wrap this episode up. We got a couple more little surprises for you. First is our final advertisement, our final sponsor for our 100th episode. This is Kid in a Trench Coat.
Last sponsor, guys.
Hey folks, I'm Big Brother Barnaby Carnaby. And I'm Little Brother Dixon Carnaby, his brother. And we're brothers. And we're here to tell you about a sweet new rental service that's gonna blow your freaking mind. Introducing Kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders rental service. You see these guys before, right, brother? All the time in movies. Oh, in TV shows. And cartoons. They're always trying to sneak into places where they don't belong. There are so many other uses for a kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders. Do you have something up on the highest shelf in your pantry that you just can't reach? My canned goods, my beans, and my porcelain. My poor brother. Our kid in a long trench coat can reach on the highest shelf. You hear that, brother? You can get your lima beans again. Look at me go, brother. Nothing's gonna break my stride. You got really noisy neighbors, and you're trying to look over the fence to see what they're up to, but you're so short, you can't see over their fences. Yeah, what are my neighbors doing over there? Our kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders gets so tall he can see right over that fence. You're getting the kid, you're getting the trench coat, and you're getting the older man. What more could you want? Anybody out there own a liquor store at all? Yeah, say there's my sister. She's a liquor store owner. A liquor in front and liquor in the back too. If you own a liquor store and you got one of your employees that's always trying to sell booze to minors, you send one of our kids in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders in there, he'll walk up to the counter and try to order some schnapps, some Four Locos, he'll try to get some wine coolers, he'll try to get some Monster Javas. I know what I drank as a kid, gasoline. Then try to buy up the whole store, right? And if your employee lets them do it, boom, busted, CN 8 to 10, you pervert! A lot of you are asking, what is it? What are we trying to sell you? What comes in this package deal? What exactly is this thing? Well, we'll tell ya. It's a kid, and he's in a trench coat, and he's standing, and he's wearing a mustache too, and he's has a bowl of hair. But wait, there's more! And he's standing on the shoulders of a tired man. He's standing on a man's shoulders. You got a drone in your front yard that you just can't swat out of the sky because your arms are so small and puny? Ah! My brother has the smallest arms. Boo-hoo. You just gonna get one of those kids in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders and he'll swipe that bitch right out of the sky. He's so tall! Like an eagle! Hey, you gotta do a Civil War reenactment sometime soon? Yep, and nobody wants to play the South! If you order your kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders, the grown older man can play the South in your Civil War. Boom, 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 boom. How many of you out there have a big basketball game tonight and you gotta make a slam dunk or else you're gonna lose? Well, guess what, folks? Our kid can slam dunk anything. A basketball, a turkey, a baby, a beehive, a secret net to the Pentagon. Our sweet young kid can dunk it all. But, hey, I just want to get a little serious here.
Don't come into our store asking just to get the kid, okay?
Listen, folks, you can't just rent the kid, okay? It's not our business. We don't rent children.
A lot of people are asking just to rent the kid, and they don't want to get the older man.
It comes with the older man. It comes with the trench coat. No questions. No ifs, ands, or buts. No coconuts, okay?
Pretty much everyone we have come into our store asks for only the kid.
It's gross. That's nasty. Ew. That's nasty.
You stinky doodle people!
Oh, I almost forgot. For a limited time only, we're having a We're up to our heads in older men, and they're up to their shoulders in what, brother? Little kids! That's right. And for a limited time only, we're gonna show you one of these bastards right here. Look, it's our very own kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulder.
Be sure to say hi to the little kid.
But don't touch the older man. That's our other brother, our older brother. He's supposed to stay inside of the trench coat, ain't that right? Jerry, get inside the trench coat. Get in there. Move. So what are you waiting for? Get your kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown old man's shoulders today.
If you're interested in getting your very own kid in a long trench coat standing on a grown man's shoulders, put $20 in an envelope and send it to P.O. Box Older Man. That's P.O. Box Older Man. And don't you dare just ask for the little kid.
That's our other brother, our older brother.
All right, folks, and now for a special musical presentation by Luke Mungo.
R.I.P. Jerry Carnaby. This song goes out to you and the Working Crass podcast.
Hoofty hoofty hoof hoofty hoof hoofty hoofty hoof hoofty 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 woof hoofty woof hoofty hoofty woofty woof hoofty 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 woofty woof hoofty woof hoofty woofty woofty woof hoofty hoofty woofty woofty woof hoofty woof. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty dee woof hoofty hoo do 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 hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty dee woof hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty hoofty woofty dee woofty woof hoofty dee woof hoofty dee woof hoofty hoofty dee woofty woof ho ho do 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 ho do do. Do 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 hoo hoo hoofty hoo hoo do 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 do.
There you have it, folks.